There is a button in every AI tool you use that publishes your conversation to the open internet as a public web page. Not sends it, publishes it. And last week, people found out the hard way. Shared AI conversations turned up in Google search results. Wallet keys, medical records, kids' names and phone numbers. Nobody hacked anything. Nobody stole anything. It was the button. So, 3 minutes, 3 tools, and I'm going to walk you through checking your own account right now, plus the one rule I use that means I never have to think about this again. Let's go. When people ran to that search last week, they got page after page of other people's conversations. I ran it this morning. It's clean. They fixed it. Real quick, if you're new here, I'm Drew. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an AI researcher. I'm just a guy with AI. I figure this stuff out so you don't have to. I test what drops, I read the boring documentation, and I tell you what's actually real versus what's people yelling for clicks. This story is mostly the second one, and there's still something real in it you should do. Let's get into it. So the quick version. Somebody on Reddit noticed you could type one line into Google, site:/Claude.ai/share, and get back page after page of people's shared Claude conversation. 404 Media reported it Monday morning. By Monday afternoon, Google had cleared the results, and TechCrunch, all of them had it as well. Some reports noted Bing and Brave held on to it longer than Google did. And it wasn't only chats. It was artifacts too. The little apps and documents Claude builds for you. Those were in there as well. Now, before anything else, let me kill the panic, because this is the question everybody's been asking and almost nobody's answering straight. If you never hit the share button, your normal conversations were not in Google. Your chat history is not cited in some search results. This was only links that somebody actively created and handed out. That's it. So this isn't AI is spying on you. It's much more specific and much more fixable. At some point, you made a share link, and a share link is a public web page, which means the fix is a checklist, not a panic. Let's go find out if you have any. Found in 2 quick things about what the reporters actually found in there, because it explains why this matters, even though nothing was hacked. Crypto wallet keys, legal strategy, resumes, medical records, children's names and phone numbers, and home addresses. And that's not because those people were careless. It's because giving these tools the real thing is the entire point. You paste the actual contract, the actual email thread, the actual error message with the key still in it. Then weeks later, you share that conversation because one answer in it was useful. That's the gap, not carelessness. Nobody told you what the button does. And we're doing all 3 of the big ones, not just Claude, because this isn't a Claude problem. Every one of these tools has the same button. Claude's just the one that made the news this week. So first one is going to be Claude. Now we're going to start here. We're going to go into Claude. We're going to go on to our privacy. Okay, scroll down to right down here to shared chats, right? You want to click on shared chats. So you'll see one here that we just made up today. So this is every conversation you've handed out a link for in one list. Mine has just the one here. Anything there you don't want on the open web, kill the link. It's as simple as it's hitting the delete button right here. And here's the bit no other video will mention. There's a second row right underneath it, which is shared artifacts with its own manage button. Remember, the story wasn't only chats. It was artifacts too. So that's 2 lists to check, not one. Most people will clean the first and miss the second. All right, so second one is ChatGPT. Same idea, different door. So we're going to do this in the browser, click on our profile. We're going to go into data controls, and next to shared links, hit manage, same list. You can select them and delete them in a batch or one by one. Right, you'll see here, I have ones from, all the way back to last year. You can simply just go through and click delete, or you can delete all shared links. Now, while you're here, look at the top row, improve the model for everyone. Now just know that that one's on by default. It's worth a while to look at while you're here, right? So at least that it's a decision that you made to turn off or on. And here's something when it comes to Gemini that I only found because I went looking. I've actually got 3 Google Gemini accounts. 2 of them don't even have this setting. It's not hidden, it's just not there because they're work accounts. And on a work account, your administrator decides whether you're allowed to make public links at all. So if you go looking for this and can't find it, you're not crazy. Somebody made the choice for you. And the wrinkle worth knowing, those links don't expire. As long as the chat is saved, the link stays live until you personally go delete it. Nothing times out on its own. So you'll see here on my Gemini, I just have one here that we just created for today that we can sit there and just go through and delete, and now it's gone. Now the part nobody puts in a headline, and it's the most useful thing I'll say today. Deleting the link does not undo the sharing. It stops new people from opening it. But if someone already opened the ChatGPT link, they could import the whole conversation into their account. And deleting your link does not reach into their history and take it back. It's in OpenAI's own documentation. Gemini says the same thing. If they continue your chat on their end, that copy is theirs now. Add caches and archives on top. So go clean up your links. Do it today. Just know what you're doing. You're stopping the bleeding, not rewinding the tape. Which is why the real protection is what you do before you hit share. If nobody's told you that before, that unsharing doesn't reach the copies, then please subscribe. That's the whole channel. I read these things end to end, so you get the caveat, not just the headlines. Okay, now that your account's clean, let me be straight about the story itself, because I'm not going to tell you Claude leaked your chats. It didn't. Nobody broke in. Every one of those pages was a link somebody chose to create. Here's Anthropic's actual statement. Let me read it. These shareable links are not guessable or discoverable unless people chose to share them themselves. When someone shares a conversation, they are making the content publicly accessible, and they're right, technically completely right, which is exactly why I think it's worth talking about. Because being technically right isn't the same as people understanding what's happening. When a whole lot of people do the thing and a whole lot of people are surprised by the result, that's a design problem, not a user problem. The button says share. You hear send to my friend. The product means put this on the internet at a public address. With these share links, shared means published. That's the whole video in 3 words. Quick, and then we're done with the nerdy part. A website can tell Google 2 different things, and they're not the same thing. One is, don't come down my driveway. The other is, don't put me in the phone book. Here's what got everybody. Those shared pages had the don't come down my driveway sign up. So Google never came down and never saw the note that said, don't list me. And then other people posted those links around. Google put the address in the phone book anyways. It never had to visit. Somebody handed it the address and watch what they did to fix it. Because it sounds backwards. They took the sign down. They let Google come down the driveway on purpose so Google could finally read the note asking it not to list the house. I checked this morning and the sign is gone. That fixes the listing. It does not make the page private. Hand somebody the link and they still get in, but it's out of the phone book. And this has happened before, but I want to be precise about the difference because the difference is the whole point. Last July, ChatGPT's conversations turned up in Google the same way. But that one had a checkbox. Make this chat discoverable that you had to actively click. OpenAI called it a short-lived experiment and killed the checkbox at the end of July 2025. Note what they removed. The search discoverability option, not sharing it itself. You can still share ChatGPT's link today. This time, there was no checkbox. Nobody opted into anything beyond hitting share, which means that you got caught in this one. There was genuinely nothing you clicked wrong, and that's exactly why just be careful is not a real answer here. The button has to be clear. Until it is, you need a rule. So here's what I actually do. Rule 1, treat a share link like publishing, not sending. Not your chats, your share links. The moment you generate one, assume it can be found. You only need to be wrong once for it to matter. Rule 2, the 3 things I keep out of a chat I might ever share. Credentials of any kind. That's passwords, API keys, wallet keys, other people's personal information, their address, their medical stuff, or contracts. And anything legal or financial with real names still on it. When I do need help on that kind of thing, I strip the identifying details first. A client in California instead of the whole agreement. Sometimes the specifics genuinely matter to the answer, and you have to include them. Then just don't share that conversation. Now, rule 3, and this one kills almost all of the risks. Share the answer, not the conversation. Most of the time, you don't need to send someone the link for the chat. You need to send them the paragraph that AI wrote. Copy the text, paste it into a message, done. No URL, no public page, nothing to audit later. Just check the answers itself doesn't contain the sensitive part before you send it. That's it. And notice none of it required being scared of AI or using it less. You to take away, which is what I want you taking away from this most. Now, I put all of this on a 1-page document so you don't have to scrub back through this. The 3-minute AI privacy audit. The exact click path for Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini. The 3 things never to paste list. And the plain English version of what deleted a link does and doesn't do. 1 page, free. And that's it. Please subscribe so you can catch the next one. Want the audit page? Free? Comment unshare on my Instagram @DrewJohnston. It's yours. Go clean up your links. I'm Drew, just a guy with AI. See you in the next one.